hostesses or anything like that. So anyway, and of course my my internet's going to be unstable right when we start. So y'all know how I am. I'll be doing this and that in a little bit. No, anyway, thanks everybody for getting on the call tonight. I personally am so excited to have Kim Young with us tonight. Whenever I heard Kim speak, she reminded me so much of one of my former leaders with another company, and just the way her style is, her demeanor, everything about her. So I'm like, we've got to get her on a call just to pick her brain and let her speak into us about what all that she knows and what she feels works in filling a calendar and sponsoring and what have you. So I'm really honored, Kim, that you took the time out to be with us tonight. And I know that it's 9 o'clock your time, so you're probably ready for bed already. But
I am just fine, and I'm happy to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
Well, we're excited to have you with us at the Cocoa Exchange. We have been eager to find someone to be able to help and work with us and train us, since we've had a lot of gaps lately. And I'm excited to hear what you have to share with us tonight. So I'm not going to talk anymore. I'm just going to let you go ahead and start sharing. And if everybody can mute until we open it up for question and answers at the end, that way we don't have any background noise. So.
Well, I would love to know. I'm seeing. I see Angela. I see, and this is really helpful for me too, because I really want to get to know the curators. I see Chocoholic. Who is that?
My name is Barb Hollick.
Barb, okay. It's nice to meet you.
Nice
It's good to meet you. So, and then I see, I'm embarrassed. Sorry guys, I'm putting my glasses on. I'm now showing my age. MGOED. Who is that wonderful person?
My name is Melissa.
Melissa, okay. Thanks for joining us. Okay, and we have a Brenda as well, I think I saw.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Well, we're just going to get started, and I'm going to watch my time because I don't want this to be a sermon where you guys are looking at your watch wondering when this is over. But I just want to tell you a little bit about myself. Just as Jennifer shared, she and I hit it off as soon as we talked on the phone. We just connected and clicked. And just so you're aware, I have been in the industry for 26 years. I actually think it's 27 because my son is now 28. I love this industry. I'm passionate about it. I have 3 sons, and I was able to raise 3 sons, homeschool 2 of them while I worked in my direct selling industry. I was with 3 different companies. My last company I was with for 16 years. And we actually, as a team, my team grew to over $5.8 million. And I'm not saying that to do this. I'm saying that to say I really have walked the walk, and I know where you are at. And I also know I would not be with the Cocoa Exchange if I really did not see such amazing potential. I'm blown away by it, to the point where I was really questioning, should I go in on the field side? Because I think that there's so much growth potential, but I just knew in my heart I was ready to be on the corporate side. It's just something, it was on my bucket list. I'm 54, my husband's going to be 60, he's going to be retiring, and if I don't do it now, I don't know when I'll do it. So that's why I'm here. And I really do hope that I'm a gap filler for you guys and that I can help you. So when Jennifer and I spoke, now I'm going to be looking down at my notes, excuse me, because I took a lot of notes. But when we spoke, we were really talking about, I believe, and Jennifer believed it would be really helpful to talk about summer opportunities, because I really believe that a lot of us in direct selling can think that summertime is slow. Whereas I will tell you, for me, summertime was one of my busiest quarters. And it's really because I believed in my mind that it was going to be the busiest quarter. And I just acted as such. And I just really worked my business in that direction. And it was really important for me to have a strong summer, because no matter what I did in the summer, it was going to directly dictate what my fall was going to be. So if I did not have a strong summer, and I had years where I bought into summer slow, everybody's vacationing, I bought into that. Do not buy into it. It is not true at all. And when I turned things around and I made summer a rocking summer and I really worked my business, my fall was record breaking. I mean, I had phenomenal sales and checks that came in besides my leadership checks. So we're going to talk about summer opportunities tonight. And there are 5 things we're going to be talking about. We're going to talk about summer parties. We're going to talk about summer meals, summer entertaining, summer gifts, and we're going to be talking about sponsoring. And they really are all encompassed in one, but I'm really going to kind of break them down into bite-sized pieces for you. But the first thing I want you to remember, and I want you to write this down and I want you to sear it in your mind. You are a solution provider. That is the bottom line. You are in the Cocoa Exchange to provide solutions for those that you are getting in touch with. So everything that we're going to be talking about tonight is coming from an attitude of servanthood. I have always lived my business with an attitude of servanthood. How can my product directly impact the lives of those that are purchasing it? So really what that means more with the Cocoa Exchange is you're just not there to sell them a bottle of a jar of that white chocolate raspberry honey mustard, or you're really not there to sell them a small box of truffles. You are there to give them solutions, because when you do that, they're going to come back to you over and over and over again. And it's really important. You know, it's one thing to have a consumable product, and we can say, it's so smart to join this business because we have a consumable product, but are people really coming back to you? And I had a consumable product for quite some time, and I will say in the beginning, I didn't have people coming back to me. So I had to really look at what I was doing, and I was realizing I was just there to sell them products one time. I was not really there to have this attitude of servanthood and provide solutions. Make sense? So I really want you to remember that when you're doing parties. So let's talk about summer parties first. And just so you know, Jennifer, I can send you these bullet points, and you are welcome. Like, write down whatever you want. I will send these bullet points to you, and you can send them off to everybody.
Perfect.
So that might help. Okay. All right. So summer parties. Remembering that you're a solutions provider, right? You need to tell people why they should have a party. Okay, going to be earning free product. I'm just letting you know that. Yes, people book parties because they love to get free and half price product, but in truth, that is not the main reason why people book a party. Number one, they're checking you out. They're checking you out. They have to like you. And they have to see if you are treating people respectfully and having fun and smiling, because if you're not, they're not going to want you in front of their friends and family, right? So whenever I would have a party, truth be told, I'm just going to be very transparent. If I would have a party and I would not get a booking from a party, and please, it's happened to everybody, it's happened to me as well, I would get in the car and I would think to myself, what did I do? And I would always ask myself this question: would I have booked a party from me tonight? And when I would reevaluate what I did, the answer was no. I might have had something on my mind with the boys. I might have had something, I just did not give my best. So what I want to say to you is, as soon as you walk in the door, you have to give your best, and you have to be that person that you would book a party from. Make sense? So, okay. So the reason people will book parties, and you need to tell them this, is that you're going to teach their family and friends how they're going to save money with the Cocoa Exchange. That's the first thing. You're going to show them how to save money. Eating in home more, eating out less. Think about how expensive it is to eat out. And if you don't believe that the Cocoa Exchange is going to save money, we're going to talk about that in a little bit because I'm telling you, they're going to save an outstanding amount of money on their food budget. You're going to teach guests easy meal ideas, and you're going to help them to gather around the table with their family. And you're going to talk about that, how, gosh, don't you guys miss the, the days when we all gathered around every day around the dinner table? That is so deeply important to people, and they miss it and they yearn for it. They just don't know how to do it. But you're a solutions provider, and you're going to show them how to do that. So that's a big deal. You're going to share easy, amazing meal and entertaining ideas just in time for the warm weather, right? And you're going to spoil and pamper them with all of this taste testing. So when you're talking about parties, you're talking about this and you're saying, guys, these events that we have are amazing. And it's a taste testing party. It's a great time. You're going to love it because I'm going to teach you how to save money in the kitchen. I'm going to teach you how you're going to save money on your monthly food budget. I'm going to teach you how you can gather around the table and have meals that are better than what's in a restaurant. And again, it's going to save you a lot of money, and you're going to have some great conversations with your family again. I'm going to teach you recipes that are going to wow people this summer, that you're going to be that person that brought a salad or something special to a picnic, and yours is going to be the first item that's going to be gone and people are going to be licking the bowl clean. Like, that's the kind of stuff that you want to say. Oh, and you know what? We really spoil and pamper our hosts because as a thank you, we give free and deeply discounted products as well. So, just side note, you're going to get some great gifts for that. But I've got to tell you, your friends, when you walk them to the door, they're going to say, thank you for inviting me. I really learned a lot tonight. So, and you know what? If you can unmute, I'd like to know how that sounds to you. That would be helpful to me.
I personally think it all sounds awesome. I love your word choices and tips.
Good. Okay, good. I just want to make sure I'm on par with what, with what we're talking about. Anybody else have any comments or any thoughts on what I just shared so far?
That's awesome, Burbage.
Okay, perfect.
Takes the
Wonderful.
pressure off. Instead of a party, you're providing solutions for them. So instead of feeling like you're intruding on them or asking for a favor or something, that you're really offering that value add, that it's just not a party where everybody's buying something. You're actually there to give them information, show them how to do things easier, save them money on their family budget.
Yeah, you're helping them.
Yes.
You're helping them. And I really believed that when I changed my mindset, instead of, would you have a party for me? Don't ever say, would you have a party for me? I mean, and by the way, I was the girl that made all the mistakes and then learned from them. Don't ever say that. Just talk about how helpful it will be and how much you're going to share with people. So a couple of other things that you can do that are fun, just a couple of theme ideas. And again, I'm going to send these notes out to Jennifer and she will distribute, but I have a couple of ideas I thought of. And obviously you guys have all heard of a girls' night out, but you could call it a girls' night out deck party, or you could have a girls' night out ice cream social. And, down to dreamsicle martinis if you would want to. But you could easily just have the host provide vanilla ice cream and you could bring some toppings along. I'm not talking an ice cream sundae, okay? I'm just talking a small little souffle cup of something that they can enjoy some ice cream. Because remember, you're not feeding them dinner. The worst thing that you could do is stuff your guests. Think about when you eat Thanksgiving dinner. The worst thing you can do is stuff your guests that they feel like they had Thanksgiving and then say, hey, you ready to order food? Like, you don't want to do that. It's just like going into the grocery store. You want them to be a little hungry, right? So that they can enjoy things. So you could have an ice cream social, martini mixer. You could do, I did these a lot, a picnic in the park. So people loved that because especially the young mommies, they would get a couple of teenage girls and everybody would bring their kids and the teenage girls would watch the kids. And I would literally do a picnic in the park and share with the mom. So that was a really cool thing. How about flip-flops and fiesta? So you could do flip-flops and share some fiesta ideas and some different recipes. Or a mug cake party. This is very fun because you can actually take the truffle fudge brownies, use very little bit of the mix, and make mug cakes. And you could have everybody bring their favorite mug and then have the host pick which mug is her favorite and have a small prize for the host. You can call it a mug party or a mug me party. It depends on the host, but you can make it fun. And finally, this is the one you guys are going to think I'm nuts, but this is so much fun. I did an old school picture party, and it was hysterical. People would bring school pictures from kindergarten and second grade and like ninth grade, where they may have had acne or their hair was, Cyndi Lauper style. We laughed so much. Everybody would bring these school pictures, and then I would have the host pick which was her favorite picture, or which one just, blew her mind. And then I would just give a small token gift, because it's not about the gift, it's about the experience. And people loved it. So you can definitely come up with just different fun themes to say, hey, once they book a party, do you want to do something fun with it? So there's a couple of theme ideas there for you. So, but you have to begin your summer by filling your date book. Now, how many of you are happy with what your date book is looking like right now? In all seriousness, like raise your hand so I can see. Okay, I see somebody shaking their head. Okay, all right, I see a couple people shaking their head. Okay, so let's talk about this. The first thing I want you to do is to remember that this is your business. So I want you to have a number in mind. It's your magic number of how many parties you want to do in June, July, and August. And by the way, May isn't over yet. You can still get parties in May. But I want you to have a number in mind, and I don't want you to waver from that number. So if you need an accountability partner, it could be Jennifer, you can email me. But I warn you, I email back, and I'll be on you about it. So, bit of a warning. But I want you to have that number, and I don't want you to waver from it, because I want you to be true to what you want in your business. That's the bottom line. And I really believe when you start looking at your business with this attitude of servanthood and helping people, it's going to be magical, what you're going to experience. So I also want you to understand that summer is the best time to book, because it is when people's schedules are the most relaxed. If somebody says to you, oh gosh, you know what, I would have a party, but I just know people are on vacation. This is what I would say. Everybody? Like every single person you know is going to be on vacation at the same time? Like every single person. And then they laugh and they're like, oh my goodness. And I say, listen, it's going to be that way all the time. It could be that way in the fall, winter, and spring. People are going to be on vacation, but I promise you not everybody's going to be. So why don't we just get a party in the schedule? So don't have people buy into that. I used to laugh at that. And there's a couple of ideas for yourself. You can always start with yourself. You could have a neighborhood gathering, or you could do your own taste testing for friends and family. One thing I always did, first of all, I highly recommend that when you're done with your host, when you're done with your party, always rebook your host. You call them hostesses. Isn't this awful? I'm brand new. What is the proper lingo? Teach me.
Host.
It's host?
Mm-hmm. Host or
good.
hostess.
I don't have to change that. Whew. Okay. I never liked hostess because that kind of took men away, and I didn't like that. So, all right. So when it would be the anniversary of, I would always keep my calendars, and I would send a happy anniversary card. So if it was May, I would, at the end of April, I would pull out my May calendar, and I would send an anniversary card to every single one of my hosts and just say, happy anniversary. Oh my goodness. I'm sure you're through your products now, and I have a feeling your friends and family would love to have another party. Let's do an anniversary party for you. So that always worked out really well. But remember, when you're leaving your host, rebook them. I promise you're going to be glad that you have those bookings 6 months from now, or even 3 months from now. I used to have hosts that would book every 3 months. Just every 3 months. And I would always say, when do you want to book your next party? I want to reserve these dates so you have it right away. Another thing that you can do in the summer is drop off some samples to orthodontist to dentist to doctors to an insurance agent. It could be to where you get your hair done, a car dealer. I did this. If things got slow for me, I made up a few things and had some catalogs, and I would drop them off and just tell them, hey, I'm just here. I just want you guys to enjoy everything. And if there's anything that you'd like, reach out to me. And I would follow up and I would get orders. So just an out of the box idea, and use social media. So I really want you to remember that what you do now will directly affect your fall. So you have to be a really smart business owner to ramp up your fall, because you definitely want more hosts and you want more clients. So I want to talk about how do you share solutions at parties that are going to naturally increase future parties. And this is where I get really excited because the Cocoa Exchange has so much to offer with that. So remembering that you're a solution provider, right? And you have these solutions to make lives easier. First of all, I want you to be your own best customer. I hope you're cooking with these products. I hope you're experimenting with these recipes. I will tell you that we have started experimenting with the recipes and we're nuts over the product. We are using, I don't have the recipe book right here, the weeknight dinners. My 23-year-old, he's going to be 24 on Sunday. He is doing a lot of cooking, and you would not believe the recipes he's making. These are such easy recipes. So make sure your own pantry is full. When you use these products and you make these recipes, you're going to be talking about them much easier. It's going to make you feel more authentic. So you definitely want to use them. And when you're going, if you have people coming for a summer picnic, or if you're going to an event, I beg of you, put down the potato salad, okay? Do not go to the store and get macaroni salad. It is free advertising. Take something that is made with the Cocoa Exchange. It sounds so simple, but I am telling you, it's kind of like, here's a great example. Excuse me while I keep drinking. A friend of mine had on this beautiful lipstick, and she was a Mary Kay consultant. She still is a Mary Kay person. A top leader, by the way. She drives a car. She has a car. She had on this beautiful lipstick, and I said to her, Marie, you're turned all shades of red. And she said, it's Clinique. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. You are wearing Clinique? Like, I just wanted to smack her. I like, what are you thinking? Because I'm in direct sales too. It's the same thing when we, as Cocoa Exchange reps, are going somewhere and taking a store-bought salad or, something. You want it to represent what you do. So don't be Marie, okay? Don't be Marie. Marie made a very poor mistake, and she still talks to me about it. I thought it was hysterical. So, by the way, I went to Clinique and got the color. She actually told me what it was. So I want you to remember when you're doing, I know, isn't that hysterical? I'm like, well, you're going to tell me now I'm not buying lipstick from you. I need to get it from Clinique. So so the party, as we've spoken about before, the party starts on page 47, right? The party should always start on page 47 because that's where the sets are. So when you're starting any party, you are taking them to the back of the catalog first. That's where your party begins because that is, guys, this is where you are truly a solution provider is with this page. By the way, this is also your sale page. And I would say this is our sale page. If you want to get the biggest bang out of your buck, you want to get our sets. And they are on sale. And this is page 47, and let me tell you a little bit about what we have to offer you. So really talk about that and bring people to the sets. Think about how that will increase your sales. Think about how that will bring people back to you, right? Because your goal is not to have one-time guest orders. Your goal is to have long-term clients. That's your goal. So to do that, you want people cooking with the product, and having just one product in their home or two products is not going to sell the family. because you want them to serve this to the family and for them to be really super impressed. So when I talk about the party starting on page 47, I really want you to focus on the backyard barbecue set and the taco night. These are perfect for summer, okay? The backyard barbecue set has 21 recipes in it. I don't know if you guys know that, 21 recipes. I met our chefs, all but one. Shane was on vacation, but I met the other two, and I was so blessed. They actually cooked for us when we went out to home office. I have never seen such dedication and pride in their work. You walk in there and it smells like you just want to climb into the oven and hug whatever is being cooked. I mean, it's amazing. So 21 recipes in the backyard barbecue, and in taco night, there's 20 recipes. Now, think about that. You're talking about, so let me just go to taco night, looking at my time here. Let's go to taco night. So you could say, hey guys, I want to point you out to the taco night recipe. This is our sale page, remember? Now, the taco night, these are perfect for hot summer days, right? Something really quick, and everybody loves tacos. I don't know if you know this, but these sets actually come with a recipe book. And it has 20 recipes that your family and friends are going to fall in love with. So not only is this dinner around the table, but this could be entertaining solutions for you guys too. You will love this so much that I can almost guarantee to you that you are going to be calling me next month to get another set because it's phenomenal. Make sense? Simple, easy, right? Really easy to do. That's the way you're talking to them. That's it. And did you notice I didn't say, oh my gosh, my family loves the taco night. We love all of the recipes. Our favorite is this. Our favorite is that. Anytime you want to say I, turn it to you. Turn it around. What does it mean to them? They know you love the product. So you want to say, you're going to love this on hot summer days. You're going to love serving this to family and friends. You're going to love this for entertaining. You're going to call me, turn it around to make it all about them. Okay? How are we doing so far? I'm long-winded.
Doing great.
Okay. All right. I'm kind of long-winded, so I'm going to rush through and I apologize. Okay. So here's the other thing. I want you to read off some of the recipes that are in the set. So the backyard barbecue, you want their mouths to be watering. The backyard barbecue has Kansas City barbecue ribs, stone ground apple pork chops. Now this would be me at a party, by the way. I'd be going, Kansas City barbecue ribs. Can we just take a moment? Stone ground apple pork chops. Holy cow. I mean, this is how I would be talking at my parties and just making a big deal out of it. Here's another, a fun thing you could do is say, for taco night, you could say, hey guys, I'm going to read off 4 of our recipes, and Susie host, I want you to just think in your mind which your favorite recipe would be, and then I want you guys to guess, and let's see who knows our host best. So you could say, okay, taco night, Mexican layered salad. We have sheet pan fajitas. We have barbecue grilled shrimp tacos, guys. And we have barbecue chicken cheddar rolls. I mean, amazing, unique things. So, Susie, do you have in mind what your favorite would be? Do you want me to read them again? Okay, let's go around. Who thinks, Susie, which do you think would be her favorite? And get guests involved, because all they're doing is repeating the recipes and it's making their mouth water more, right? So that's what you're doing there. So, and you want to speak a lot about not having to agonize what's for dinner, because the reality is that this is a true statistic, 80% of working adults, men or women, but it's mostly women, do not know what's for dinner by 4 p.m. And when they walk in the door, the first question they're asked is what? Anybody? What's for dinner, right? What's for dinner?
What are we eating tonight, Mom?
Yep. So, and you want to say that. You want to say, and then what's the first question you get when you walk in the door? And they say, what's for dinner? You want them to understand, and you say, guys, I can help you with that. I have your solutions. They're right here. We have everything that you need. And they get it. And they get it. So let's talk about summer entertaining. Again, you're a solution provider. You have solutions for entertaining needs. So let's think about this. Summer, graduation parties, family reunions, pool parties, Memorial Day, 4th of July. You have Labor Day. You have picnics in general. You have baby and bridal showers. So what happens here? The party starts on page 47. Again, our sets are the ultimate in summer entertaining. So now let's talk about, you have your side salads and you have your easy entertaining. Think about how your party sales will climb if you start selling these sets. How many of you sell a lot of sets? I'm curious because I don't know. You sell a lot of sets, Jennifer? Okay. Anybody else? Do you focus on the sets?
I talk about them a lot. Not always selling them, but I do talk about that being our sale page. And who likes
perfect. Perfect. Yeah, and maybe just if you're not having the success, I would probably, again, use your verbiage to talk about them, how they'll love it, how they won't have to play grocery cart bumper cars because they'll know what's for dinner, and talk about how many recipes. The side salads, the sides and salads is 28 recipes. The easy entertaining is 21 recipes. Read what some of the recipes are. The side salads, green chili mac and cheese, the ancient grain honey mustard salad, blackberry blue cheese salad. In the easy entertaining, honey mustard apple brie, blackberry chipotle baked brie, grilled blackberry chipotle wings, chocolate cake shake. By the way, I just read the chocolate cake shake, and don't think I'm not trying that this week. I'm just saying. So, but you want to speak on not having to decide what to bring. So say, how many of you, you get invited to these picnics and it's always bring a covered dish and you're thinking, oh gosh, what do I bring? Guys, I have a solution for you, and I'm telling you, your bowl is everything's going to disappear. You're going to be the hit of the party. They're going to say, holy cow, what have you created, you food goddess? And they're going to want to have more, and they're going to lick the bowl clean. And just talk in that way and have fun with it. Because why not get the sides and salads? Because they're going to be set for all summer, right? For, to go to these parties. So, all right, let's talk about gift giving. Here's the thing. You're a solution provider. I know you're sick of hearing that, but I'm going to keep saying it because that's really what you are. I want you to be your guest's gourmet teleflora. Okay? And that's what I would tell your guests is whenever you need a gift, I want you to think of me as your gourmet teleflora. Because here's the deal. If you glaze over gift giving, your guests are going to glaze over it too. You have to take time to focus on it. You have to put it in their mind. Our packaging is exceptional. In fact, I'm blown away. I'm blown away by their gifts. I cannot get over the packaging. It's amazing. Father's Day alone, you could be selling so many of the the trios, Kim.
Hot sauce trios.
Yes, the pot and bean hot sauce trio. Yes, or the backyard barbecue set too, right? How fun would that be? I would definitely talk about it just so you know. Food is one of the top 3 gift giving items across this nation. People go for food. It's one of the top 3 best selling gifts. So we have it. How cool is that? I would always ask, I would ask people at parties, how many of you know somebody who's having a birthday in the next 12 months? Because I have a solution for you. And then I would pull out that gift giving guide. That bar library alone is fantastic. And I would spend just a little bit of time with it, but don't glaze over this because the next time they need a gift, when you say you want to be their gourmet teleflora, they're going to remember that. And they're going to come to you, and you're going to be thrilled about those sales. So think about gift giving as well. And now I want to talk about any questions so far. I promise I'm almost done. I swear. I'm sharing a lot of information. But does anybody have any comments or any questions about what I've shared so far? So far, so good. Okay.
I could listen for hours. That's awesome.
I'm loving your word choices.
Oh, thank you. Oh, good. I'm so glad. Thank you. That means a lot. And I promise you, it will make a difference. I know it will, as long as you believe it in your heart. I was often told I had to say these little canned sprinkles, if you know what I'm talking about, those canned sprinkles you hear at every other direct selling company. Can I just tell you, if you hear that, I just want you to brain bleach them out of your mind. Just say no to the canned verbiage, and I want you to be authentically you. I want you to stand out and be your own person. And I promise you that people will say to you, I never book parties, but I'm going to book a party from you because you're different. And that's what you want. So let's talk about sponsoring. Sponsoring is why I've joined this company. I'm just letting you know. That's how much I believe it in everything that you have to offer. So you're a solution provider, right? This business is a solution for so many people. The problem with sponsoring is that a lot of times people are afraid to bring it up because they don't want to appear pushy. And I get that, because when I started, I felt the same way. Or they are just so into sharing all of the food because we know that we need to sell, right? And we also know that we need to book parties because that's the lifeline of our business. But a lot of times people say, I don't want to sponsor because I don't want the leadership responsibilities, or I just don't think I'd be a good leader. So what I want to say to you is brain bleach that out of your mind. That is not truth. And I want you to think about the people that you're sitting in front of who really genuinely might need this business. The truth is that there are a lot of people who are going into bankruptcy and are in bankruptcy as we speak. And if they would have just an additional $500 a month, they would be able to stay in integrity with their bills. $500 a month. Guys, that's the cocoa exchange. That's the cocoa exchange. People should not have to lay their heads down on their pillow at night thinking, how are they going to pay the bills? And we have a solution for them. And we have a solution because there are not a lot of curators nationwide. So this is such a wide open, huge opportunity. And you need to share that with people, because that is very, it's attractive to people. So you might be you might be saying Mary Kay, and by the way, my friend sells Mary Kay, even though she doesn't wear it. I'm just joking. Sometimes she doesn't. But there are 850,000 Mary Kay reps, I believe, right now in the nation. There's so many. You can talk about pretty much 31, how many people there are in the area. And then you have the Cocoa Exchange. When I heard about this company, I had never heard of this company before. So I was really excited about it. So you need to believe, first of all, in sponsoring and what you have to offer. So I really want you to think about that. We're owned by Mars. Okay, we're owned by Mars. That's a big deal. We're a company that gives back through care. And so far we've given 1.7 million. I'm sharing things with you as to why I decided to join on as a business development manager. Such a low startup cost. Holy cow, it's a business in a box. And they pay shipping. It's amazing. Such a low count of curators, so that's really attractive to people. A consumable product, and that's why I wanted to talk to you about how do you keep those clients, right? And there's a product for everybody, men, women, and children. Everybody will enjoy our products. It's not limited. It's not like a Discovery Toys where it's just for children. And that's wonderful. I love those toys and my children had them, my grandchildren. But you were smart enough to choose a company that is for everybody. So here's what I want to challenge you to do. When you're at your parties and when you're outside of parties, I just want you to think about sponsoring in a way that you're not trying to sponsor them on the spot at the party. That's rare. It has happened, but it's rare. I want you to be looking for what I call VIPs, okay? And I want you to be very intentional about that. A VIP is a vaguely interested person, okay? That's what I want you to do. I want you to be always looking for VIPs. And I also want you to talk about referrals as well. So let people know, hey, this may not be for you, but this may be for somebody that you know. You know them. I don't. I would love to get in contact with them to talk to them about the cocoa exchange. Okay. And I want to make sure you talk about this at your parties. And this is something we can talk about verbiage. And in fact, I am starting next week an intentional team building course. It's a 4-week class. It will be recorded and put on the curator page. I really want to encourage all of you to listen in on it. It's 4 weeks, and it's really going to walk you through verbiage you can use and just some great ideas that you can really build your team quickly, and bless and honor these people that need a position like this. So, and also remember, we have opportunity calls every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern time. That's Eastern time. And can I just put a bug in your ear that I'm here too? Like, I can help you with anything with that. You just have to reach out to me. I'd be happy to have a conversation with anybody. So I want you to really listen to that intentional team building course, because I know we're running out of time, but I want to make sure that you're focusing on sponsoring, because here's the thing. If you're focusing on building your calendar and you're focusing on being a solutions provider through our sets, through all of our products, and you're focusing on sponsoring and you're getting these people built up now, your new team members trained up and built up now, right? You actually will be setting yourself up for an incredible fall, and you're going to be able to bless them with a debt-free Christmas, maybe to get caught up on their bills. I always talked about Christmas in July. I always talked about that in July. July was a big sponsoring month for me with my businesses, because I would say to them, guys, it's like a Christmas club. It's like the old-fashioned Christmas club. I would set up a Christmas tree, a little Christmas tree on my display, and say, you're probably wondering, why on earth do I have a Christmas tree? It's Christmas in July. A lot of people, can you believe Christmas is 6 months away? I can help you to have a debt-free Christmas. So talk about that and help them to understand that planning ahead will make a big difference. So that's what I had for you tonight. And Jennifer, I'm going to pass it over to you. And if anybody has any questions, I'm happy to answer. And I'm glad to hear that you have enjoyed the verbiage. I hope it was helpful for everybody.
I just have to say, wow, awesome. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
You've been a breath of fresh air, and I don't know. I don't know if I can speak for everybody, but I feel like I can right now. But it's so exciting to have you on board with us. I just got so much out of everything that you said. I've been in the industry for 15 years, and just, you've heard it before, but just your verbiage and the way that you presented it to us, it just came across so differently, and it's just so welcoming. And I really appreciate you taking the time to be with us and share and to feed into us, so that we can help fill our calendars and take our business to where we want it to be this upcoming fall. But we have to start now. So
yes, we do. We absolutely do. And now's a good time to start. I'm telling you, don't buy into it slow in the summer. That is just not truth. It's not truth. It's not. So.
Does anybody have any questions for Kim? Comments? Remember, y'all are all on mute.
Do you have any words of wisdom for vendor shows?
So give me an idea of the vendor show and talk to me a little bit more about that.
I've done the World of Chocolate, which really isn't a vendor show. It's a celebration in Chicago, with chocolate people. In fact, I won an award for the best chocolate martini there.
Ah,
But
awesome.
but people come by and you try to get them to fill out. So that really wasn't a vendor show. But vendor shows where, you got crafters and you've got every other direct sales company there, and they're all trying, and all they're really doing is looking at your table going, what can I grab to eat? And I want to go. And I try not to put my samples out there because I don't want to provide them with a snack. I want a conversation. I want value. And it's tough. It's tough getting people to talk, especially if you're by yourself at a vendor show.
Mm-hmm.
You have you try to get the drawing slips all set up so that they will, you got something for them to win.
Yes.
But it's hard to get them engaged in that 20 or 30 seconds you have with them.
Yeah. So my first comment is I'm wondering if there's somebody that you could bring with you, because I do think having two people behind a table is helpful, because the first thing you said is having one is tough, and I agree with you. I personally would lead in with, have you heard of the Cocoa Exchange? Because most people haven't. Are you finding that? Let me ask you that first.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. So I would be leading in with, have you heard of the Cocoa Exchange? No. And I would just draw them in. You know what? We are a brand new startup company. That we are the most well-financed startup company. We're owned by Mars. Have you guys heard of Mars? We give back to care, to the women in Africa, $1.7 million. This company is really a big deal. I'm so excited to be a part of it. But you know what makes us different is all of our products are made with cocoa. And when you use cocoa, you're using less refined sugars and salts. So it can actually be a healthier way to eat. And we have everything from desserts, but I'm most excited about our pot and bean line. We can really make a difference in your everyday cooking and save you some money. So I would probably, I don't know if that helps you, but that's how I would approach it. And I would talk to them about brand new startup. We're owned by Mars, that we donate, because a lot of people at, I have to tell you, I'm one of them. I am much more prone to purchasing if I know that it is a company that tithes and gives to others. So that's important to a lot of people. So I would bring that up right away. And I'm so proud to be part of this company. And, if you draw them in right now, we are really looking for other people who might want to jump on board. I don't know if that's something you're interested in, or maybe somebody but that would be my best suggestion. And I would just kind of lead in with, we're owned by Mars. People know who Mars is. I always say Mars, the M&M company, because I actually had somebody ask, they're like, Mars, like the planet Mars? Like, who are you with? And I'm like, okay, Mars, the M&M company? That's what I said. And then they got it. And then I just kind of, because I'm telling people I'm new to this company as well, and just saying, gosh, I'm so excited. They have given money back to women in Africa and making a difference in their lives, making a difference in women's and men's lives here. It is just an amazing gig. It's an amazing gig. So does that help you at all?
Sure.
Okay. Yeah. Just reach out to people and draw them in, and don't be afraid to talk to people. I mean, if somebody's it's funny. I've done expo events where they're like 5 feet away and looking, and they don't. And I mean, I would just ask, have you heard of this? And just ask them. Yeah. So any other questions from anybody?
I think everybody's just absorbing everything that you spoke into us. So that's great. I know I'm going to be using a lot of your tips and, filling my calendar, working on it, and calling and being intentional. So being a solution provider, I love that. I don't know how many times I wrote that down. So I love it. And I loved how you told us, I mean, I never counted the recipes, just how many recipes were in each.
Oh, that was cool.
To me, that's huge. That's a huge point. So I love that you shared that with us also. So
I'm so glad. And it shows value, right?
Absolutely.
It just shows more value. Yeah.
I know that we had one of the girls talk at convention one year, And she told us how many meals she could get out of it was called bundles back then, but she'd say you can feed your family 4 to 6 times on this one bundle, and instead of saying, she wouldn't say how many recipes were in there, but she would say how many times she could feed her family off of $60.
Yeah.
And like, how many times can you go to a restaurant and feed your family,
Right.
$60? I know
That's
that
right.
we went this weekend and only half of us would have been able to eat. So, and I love those tips. So thank you.
Focus on heart. And even, guys, when you're doing by the way, I have 3 boys. I call everybody guys. But even when you're at your parties, even throw a couple table topics out. Like, just like, hey, I don't know, do you guys do table topics? It might be something fun. Here's a few that you could share with your families. Like, just show that you care. Like, and let them know that the Cocoa Exchange is about getting families around the dinner table again. That's what we're about. Yes, we have chocolate and we have Dove's signature chocolate. You're going to love it. But guys, I got to tell you about our pot and bean, because that's and that's personally what I'm so excited about. And let them know that is what this company is about, is getting families around the dinner table again and creating memories within the walls of your own home and saving money. And I mean, who would not feel that with their heart? And for the most part, you're talking to women, you need to speak to their hearts. So, yeah. I could go on and on, but I won't. I'm done, I swear.
Okay. Well, thank you again. And y'all, Kim is available for us, and I'm so glad that she took the time out to be with us tonight. And I hope that y'all all got lots of great information and tips from Kim as well. So I'm looking forward to meeting you at conference, Kim. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Have a great night, and we'll talk to y'all soon. Reach out to me if y'all have any questions.
Thank you.
Bye,
Bye,
y'all.
guys.
I was running back and forth because I had to make